This is the Edger XL accessory for the quantum magnetic sweeper. This is a very similar idea to the Edger that's used on the Theta and the Fusion. Difference being it's a larger wheel, so it reaches over a little more towards the wall. I believe it's 4 3/4 inches of extra reach. And it's got more magnets in it. It's got 4 magnets to pick up the shot and throw it rather than the 3 like on the Edger. And it's a 9-inch wheel, so it's just everything's a little bit bigger and beefier. Now this only works with the quantum magnetic sweeper, and it does the same job of collecting debris against a wall and throwing it out in front of the main sweeper housing so it can get collected. And if you want to push it down here, you'll see the wheel rubs up against the door, and that in turn throws the shot out and away in front of the main sweeper housing. So this magnet also has the Edger also has a caster wheel on the front, like the caster wheel on the front of the quantum. So what that lets you do is just perform the pivot turns, and the clutched wheel hubs just allow for a lot easier maneuvering. So this thing's a lot easier to get up in place against the wall, and then that nice thermoplastic wheel rubs against the wall and collects the shot, throws it in front of the housing. So you can probably see it spinning there. There's fins on the bottom of this thing. So the magnets pick up the shot, and then the fins, due to rotational forces, throw the shot out in front of the normal sweeper. So you can kind of hear it working there. You can't really see because the shot's too small, but that's what it's operating here. We'll get in close and kind of give you more detail. So this is the front of the Edger XL. We'll get in a little closer so you can see. And same on the Edger, it's got these fins built into the wheel, so it's a polypropylene center hub. And then there's ball bearings inside for a nice smooth action. So this thermoplastic rubber piece on the edge rubs up against the wall or whatever edge you're sweeping against. And the whole point of this is so that it spins. So the magnets will collect the shot here and here. And then as it spins, rotational forces throw it out in front of the main sweeper. So I'll just drop a little bit of shot on there to show you kind of where the magnets are. So you can see it holds in some spots and not in the others. It's because that's where the magnets are. You want your magnets right up on the edge of where you're sweeping, because this is the Edger XL. You want to get the stuff away from the wall. So then as it spins, imagine this is the wall touching this side. It pushes it and throws it out in front of the sweeper. So then it can get picked up by the main sweeping unit. So this has the, like I said, it's got the caster wheel on the front to match the caster wheel on the front of the quantum. The bearings are sealed on either side so shot can't get in or out. So you don't have any bearing issues. And then this one also has a locking tab on it that keeps the Edger unit up and out of the way for when you're transporting the magnet. So that you just pull it up, and there are steel locking tabs on the side that, retain the thing. So then same thing to get out of the way, just kind of pull it up and it drops down into little slots and it'll stay there. That just makes it easier to transport. So this thing only works with the quantum. It's got the rare earth magnets in it, so it'll pick up shot against the wall really easily, throw it out in front of the main sweeper, and it gets collected in the bin. Just extends the reach of your sweeper a little bit and allows you to do a more thorough job without having to get it down on hands and knees with a broom or something like that. So these are permanently charged magnets. They're never going to wear out or anything. So this can be attached to any of the new quantum units. And yeah, just extends the functionality of your sweeper. Lets you do a more thorough job. No bending over, no sweeping. Well, no broom sweeping anyways. And it works it's a continuous discharge, so it's always at maximum pickup power. So you can walk as fast as you want, and you're not going to start missing shot just because you're moving too quickly, because it's constantly throwing off the collected shot anyways. And that goes with the normal Edger as well. They're both continuous discharge. It's constantly throwing the collected shot off of the magnet, keeps the magnet at full power, and allows you to just operate quicker. Okay, so here's a video showing why the Edger is actually useful. So I'm pushing this quantum as close as I can to the wall, and you see it's picking up all the shot as normally, but there is that little gap there where the wheel and the edge of the sweeper aren't magnetized, so they're not collecting any shot for that last about 6 inches. So you see I have the Edger XL on this thing. We'll flip that around. Well, actually, first let me just show you what's left behind here. So there's the shot all the way up along the edge of the wall. So if you don't have the Edger accessory, you'd have to get down on the broom or something and pick all that up. But I have the Edger XL on this sweeper. So I can just position it in place beside the wall. So you gotta make sure it's kind of square. So it's touching that door, and then just push it along, and hopefully you should be able to hear and see that it's picking the shot up from against the wall and throwing it in front of the main sweeper housing right here. So now we go back and you see no shot up against the wall. That's the whole point.